And to this now, traffic volumes have increased on the N4 road between Kanyamazane and Karino in Mpumalanga. That's after a bridge linking Kanyamazane and Thekwane and Mbombela was washed away by heavy rains at the weekend, forcing motorists to use the N4 road. Meanwhile, there is high traffic police presence directing the traffic flow. Mpumalanga Premier Refilwe Mtsweni-Tsipane and Cooperative Governance MEC Mandla Msibi are visiting the areas affected by the heavy rains. For more on this story, let's cross live now to our colleague Tumelo Machogo. Very good morning to you, Tumelo. How extensive is the damage caused by the recent rains?
Well, the 2 weeks rain, Desiree, has caused a devastation here in Kanyamazane, washing away this bridge just behind me. I'll just ask Lingile to show you. The bridge is completely washed away, and also the bridge keeps on collapsing. Even when we were here, the bridge is continued to actually break as the water underneath continue to actually wash some of the parts of the bridge away. We know so far that over 100 homes have been destroyed by the rains. 8 people are confirmed dead, and also 5 more people are still missing after they were taken away by the heavy storm. They are believed to have drowned since the rain started about 2 weeks ago. The Premier is expected to visit this province. Actually, she was just here earlier ago, and she is going to visit a number of households where the damage is actually quite extent, to actually see how these houses that were washed away by the rain, and also the extent of the damage, because a number of roads have also collapsed. A number of roads, we know that there are a number of sinkholes, including in Mbombela here in Kanyamazane. But Kanyamazane is one of the areas that is actually been the hardest hit. Many homes, especially those in low-lying area close to the stream, those houses have been washed away. A number of people have lost their lives there. And also we know that there is a gentleman that has still been missing since he disappeared last Sunday, and he's still not found. And also more people are still not found. And the Premier is expected to make sure that she announced what is going to be the way forward to help those people that have been affected by the storm. But this bridge behind me is actually has inconvenienced a number of people that live in Kanyamazane that have to drive to Nelspruit to Mbombela for a number of issues, for work and for all those purposes. So they have to use the N4, which is now busy. We know that the traffic there is stretching kilometers and kilometers because the traffic is moving very slow. So the people that are living in Kanyamazane have to use the N4 to get to Mbombela. And also the Premier is expected to actually say what are they going to do to make sure that they help those people who are destitute, especially people who don't have homes at this stage, and also the people who have been affected by these rains that have been going on for the last 2 weeks. Desiree?
What did the Premier say, Tumelo?
Well, the Premier is only expected to speak to us after she has done with all the visit here in Kanyamazane. She started here earlier in the morning. She has monitored the bridge and how the bridge is, and then now they're going to the police station. They're expected also to go to that stream where a number of people have are believed to have been washed away in that bridge, and also where many households have actually collapsed due to the rains. So she's expected to go there to speak to the communities, because the communities they've been telling us that they have not received any some kind of relief coming from the government. So I think the Premier today will talk to those people, to the communities, to tell them what is the way forward, because we know that a number of bridges, including in Kanyamazane, inside Kanyamazane, there was one bridge just near the police station that was on the verge of collapse over the weekend when we were here. But also motorists were still insisting on driving on that road, even though it was still dangerous for motorists to drive on this road. So the Premier is expected to actually announce some kind of like relief for the communities, especially people that have been affected. It's not only Kanyamazane that has been affected. We know that Bushbuck Ridge, many houses in Bushbuck Ridge, in Nkomazi, and also in a number of areas, including in Cooperative and in Ermelo, those are the affected areas that have been affected by the flash flooding that started last week. But we understand that the Premier will have to make an announcement on how they're going to make sure that they help those communities that have been badly affected by the storm.
Tumelo, is there any conversation about the quality of workmanship in building these bridges, or is it a purely weather-related incident, couldn't be helped?
Well, at this stage, that's what the Premier would actually have to tell us about, if these roads are actually just a poor workmanship, or if this rain was really that heavy. But we can see from behind me that the thickness of that bridge was not that huge. That's why maybe the bridge was washed away. But that's what the Premier would have to announce, because now we don't know if this was just caused by bad rains, or this was just caused by poor workmanship, but also if number of roads in around Mbombela, from the city itself to Kanyamazane to other areas here in Kabokweni, where the roads have been damaged. So it does show that there is a little bit of poor workmanship. There is a way that these bridges can be built even better to ensure that these incidents, these tragedies don't happen again. Because you'd imagine if this tragedy happened while someone was driving on this road, it could have caused a number of people, it could have caused death, it could have caused a number of people being injured, even though we're seeing a lot of people still trying to cross these rivers, because some of them, they're trying to steal the cables that are underneath here. People are still going on, even though they are being warned not to cross rivers, not to cross streams, especially now, because the water underneath is still very, the current is still very heavy, and then these people can be taken away by this storm drainage and the water that is also flowing down here.
Thank you so much for the update. Such devastation. We'll await that report.